Hi, good day. I'm Bernard Leon from Alpha Human Resources Management. We are an HR company situated in the Western Cape in South Africa. And I'm busy on a program that I have drafted. And I would like to go through all the sort of situations within the HR field, the responsibility of the company with regards to HR. Today, I want to discuss orientation, by some companies also called induction, when it comes to new people arriving there or start working at a company. A couple of weeks ago, I got to a company and I sort of greeted the one person that we've actually recruited for that business. And I said to her, "How's it going?" And she said to me, I'm still trying to find my feet. I'm not always sure what to do when. I don't know when we need to get a tea break, if any. I'm not sure about the whether I may enter the kitchen that we've got. I'm not always sure about all the other facilities that might be available, like the bathroom facilities or the restroom facilities and so forth, A, B, C. Now, that is not new. To me, that's not a new thing. It sort of appears in many companies that you get somebody that starts with a business, starts operating in the business, and they haven't got the faintest idea what's going on. Like another person who said to me, that he was sitting at his desk and he started to look at the work that he had to do. And a guy pitched up there, a person pitched up and said, "Hi, good day, who are you?" Okay, and that was one of the senior managers within the company. We didn't even know that he was appointed. He heard about it, but he never met him, and he was never introduced to him. Now, that kind of thing should not happen at any business. That is unacceptable. So you got to make sure that new people arriving at your place and your business, that they know what it's all about, that they know about the business. And that's why we drafted a policy with regards to orientation or induction, and we divided into two sort of headings, namely sort of the general orientation, and the other one was the more specific on the job orientation that needs to take place. Now, if you talk about a general orientation, this is where your HR usually comes in, and we often assist with that with your companies as well. That's where the new person is actually introduced to the company, where the contract of employment is discussed, where the rules and regulations within the company is discussed, the various policies, and so forth, so, and it's an introduction to the person and who's who in the zoo. So you would take along this new person to the various departments and introduce them to the various departments, and even introduce them to the various persons that they're going to have interaction with, especially when it comes to personal stuff, when it comes to payments, and where you discuss all the various policies and procedures of the company. And that includes a lot of things. We call it general sort of orientation. And what we basically do have is that we've got a list. We've basically got two control lists that we actually use. The one is for sort of the general introduction, where you discuss, as I said, the letter of appointment. You discuss any sort of benefits that the person actually gets, and if there's a medical fund, how it operates, if there's a pension fund, if it's applicable to that person, and how that functions, and what are the rules with regards to that. And it's not always pension funds, can be provident funds as well, of course, and there you sort of make sure that you get from the person like a copy of their ID, a copy of maybe a medical report, or maybe a driver's license need be, and so forth. And you obtain all that kind of information, and then you sort of discuss the organization itself. Who is in charge of the organization? What does the whole organization look like, the organogram, shall I say, of the organization? And who is the people that this person would have mostly interaction on a regular basis, be it daily, be it weekly, be it monthly, and so forth? You know, who's in charge of personnel within the business, and is there HR department or not? Normally, HR are the people that does this kind of introduction and so forth, you know. And you would discuss most probably if there's, for instance, if there's a medical aid applicable, if there's housing, you would discuss any advantages with regards to benefits with regards to housing. If there is any sort of privileges that the person might have being a member of the company and so forth, and working for the company. What about transport and everything that goes with transport? What happens if the person turns ill and cannot attend work? You know, how do they go about? What is expected of them as an employee, as far as that is concerned? Who must they report to on a day like that? And then you will discuss, as I said, you will discuss all the policies and procedures, and especially policies like the disciplinary code, the grievance procedure, and everything that goes with that. And nowadays, in comes COVID-19 and the real rules and regulations with regard to that, and to the POPI Act, very important that is also discussed with the person, and that the necessary forms be signed as far as that is concerned. And then when it comes to specific orientation, then the person goes over to be met by his or her direct supervisor or superior, and that person then takes over from sort of the general introduction, and that person will introduce the new individual to the staff, the various staff in that specific department. And if they need to be presented or given safety clothing and equipment, that be discussed, and the whole situation with regards to that. And they'll be discussed with regards to, say, for instance, tea breaks, if there's any tea breaks. Very important, smoking policies, electronic media policies, which the person might be dealing with and working with, and what are the company rules as far as that is concerned. So, and then you will discuss, that person will also then discuss with the individual the sort of the KPIs, the key performance instructions, or KPIs or KPIs, the key performance that they need to perform at, you know, the areas, and make sure that they understand what is expected of them, that be explained to them, very practical on the work that's got to be done and so forth, you know. The health and safety, very important, the whole aspect with regards to health and safety, especially if it's machine operators and so forth, that they know what to look for and what to be on the lookout for as far as health and safety is concerned. So it is so important that you actually make sure that the person understands exactly how the company operates, that the person gets the feeling of what is the atmosphere like within the company. What we do like is what we prefer to call the buddy system. So what you basically do is you introduce this person to one of the employees that's been with the company for quite some time, and preferably within that department where the person is going to operate. And that buddy will then sort of take the hand of this new individual and sort of on a daily basis actually have good interaction with them, asking them how it's going, helping them, assisting them, giving them all the necessary answers that they might have in the back of their minds. And I would plead with companies and management to please do this. Don't allow a new individual to pitch up at a company and they haven't got the faintest idea what to do, where to go, what to do. May they go and drink water at 9:30 in the mornings? When may they have tea breaks? What is the lunch break like? How long is the lunch break? And everything that goes with that. It is so important to assist newcomers to actually settle down and get into the business that they're there for. And make sure that the buddy actually do their work. And I'm telling you, we've got fantastic buddies in various companies. They are so good at this, and they are so helpful when it comes to the new people, introducing them and assisting them and guiding them. And I'm telling you, if you do that, then it doesn't need to take this person too long to what we call settle in to the business. I know that the some people think that it takes a long time for people to actually really settle down and settle into a position at a business and to become productive. But if you've got an orientation policy and it's well sort of organized, then you should not have a problem with that. Now, if you need some guidance as far as this is concerned, if you need maybe to have a look at our policy and procedure with regards to orientation and be presented with control lists and how to do it, please contact us below. We've got the contact details there, and we can forward that to you at a very, very low price. It's available to you, but please do it. Do something about your new colleague that has been appointed and assist them to be part of the team ASAP. I thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to see you again at our next round. Bye.